Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new year of building in The Sims 4 with me, your host, DevonBumpkin. Oh god, Aiden, just stop. I'm already like, what, 23 days into January and I'm making bad jokes already. Anyway, hello, welcome to the video. Now this is the Futuristic Metropolis. The Futuristic Metropolis is a huge, it's a 50 by 40 lot. I built this in Newcrest just because the backdrop, it's got those kind of modern-esque buildings that you can see, and I just loved it. I really liked it, and I was just like, yeah, we're gonna do it here. We're gonna build it here. I built this. I'm going to be telling you straight away at the beginning of the video. Expect a lot more videos coming from me now on YouTube. I know it's been a slow start to the year, and it's been a slow start last year because I hardly posted to YouTube because my main priority was Twitch. I have decided to now start recording all of my builds that I do on Twitch so I can put them onto YouTube. So everything that I will be building on Twitch will now in the future be coming to my YouTube channel. So you will be getting a fresh new video every week from me. And I can promise you that. Now, sometimes it might not be every week because some builds may take me a little longer than kind of 2 stream days to get it completed, but I will try my hardest to get them out every week. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back and involved with YouTube tenfold this year. It was one of my New Year's resolutions and I'm going to follow it through. So I'm excited to be back recording and back making fresh content for you stunning humans around the world. Few little changes are going to be coming to the channel, nothing too drastic. One being is I'm going to try my hardest from now on not to kind of filter myself too much. And what I mean by that is I'm very PG on YouTube. I am very PG, and in real life I'm kind of not. I'm not all the time kind of swearing, but I don't want to have to filter myself on my YouTube channel anymore. And I know that may be not a good thing for some people because some people don't like swearing and whatnot. But I just feel its time is needed, and I just wanted to evolve with my channel, and I want to bring you the truest form of myself that you can possibly get. So that is exactly what's going to be happening. Also, with Twitch, I am going to be delving into other building games. Other building games including Minecraft, Planet Coaster, Parkitect, and all other kinds of things. Now, if you would like me to bring other building games to the channel, I can also record them in Twitch and edit the videos for YouTube. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. And if I hear back from enough of you, then I will actually start doing that. So yeah, cool. Anyway, this is the Futuristic Metropolis. So this backdrop here, I'm actually making these buildings, you can see, by pulling up the foundation and putting this kind of fake shell around them to give the illusion that these are skyscrapers. These buildings are pretty much non-usable, and what I mean by that is your Sims can't go inside and sort of play around with everything in there. They were mainly just to get the aesthetic of this futuristic cyberpunk-esque city coming through. Now, your Sims can get up to the top of these buildings. They can walk around on all the platforms and stuff. You could even download this lot and make these buildings usable. You could make them into rooms or whatever you want to, but this lot is big enough with various other buildings going around it that I just feel it wasn't needed. So I didn't bother. I just made it look very tall. And you do that just by lifting up the foundation height and then putting a shell around it, as I said before. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Anyway, this lot consists of a Android shop. Main reasons for this build, I'm going to explain this first. Also must say, there is one piece of CC used in this build too. You probably saw that in the video tour at the beginning. And this is these windows. The windows are from, all of the windows used in this lot are from a creator called Mutsk. I will link their Sims resource page down below. Now, it's one of the only Windows CC creators that I actually use when I'm building for fun and stuff. So I would definitely recommend you guys go and checking it out. Some people might not like that I've used CC Windows, but I don't care. I really don't. I'm fed up with this kind of hierarchy kind of thing over CC and stuff. I just, if you're going to use CC to be creative with it, then do it. That's exactly what I said. And it's the same with every other game out there. There's so much custom content for other games, and yet it's only kind of stigmatized in The Sims 4 as being a bad thing. And I'm just like, no, it's definitely not a bad thing. So that is probably what that will be happening more often than usual with my channel now, because when I build on Twitch, I do use a little tiny bit of CC here and there. But I definitely do 90% of the build without CC. Now, I always say when CC is in my build. So when you are trying to get this off the gallery, make sure you've got the enable custom contents check mark checked, so you will get this build. And as I said, the windows are all from the same creator, so it is a case of popping over there, downloading the windows that they've got, and all of the windows would then appear in your game. If you are unsure how to put custom content into your game, there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube to teach you the ways. And guys, it's all free. The content is all free, so treat yourselves. But yeah, let me know what you think of this build. I had so much fun doing it. I really did. I did most of it on stream, and then I finished it off of stream. So it was cool. It was cool, and it came together. And this build comes to life at night. So this is the main aspect of this build. I really wanted it to be kind of this nighttime cyberpunk city. I love it. The main reasons for me building this is I've recently just played through Detroit Become Human on stream, which is a futuristic game, and I absolutely loved it. And then I got lots of inspiration of trying to recreate something quite similar in The Sims 4, and this is what I came up with. And I just love it. I love it. And I'm also making this in anticipation of the new Cyberpunk 2077 game that is coming out hopefully this year. I don't know if it will be coming out this year because there hasn't been an exact release date for it, but I am praying that it does because I'm so excited for that game. I cannot wait. It is made by one of my favorite developers, CD Projekt Red, and they were the guys who created Witcher, the Witcher game anyway. So oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. So that was another reason for it. So this building that I'm creating now is the company that own the androids, that actually make the androids and sell them to the general public. So I wanted this building to stand out more than the rest of them. I actually make a android shop as well, where you can go and buy your androids, and I'll show you that in a second, where you could. I actually use mannequins to represent the androids, and they just look really cool. They do look really, really cool. What else have we got on this lot? We have got a botanical bar. So it's a modern bar with loads of glass roofs and trees and stuff on the inside for your Sims to go and do whatever they like in there. I also make a car park for the flying cars that I got in game. And by flying cars, I used the kind of futuristic pod beds that we got with Get Famous. I made them kind of look like they're the transport where your Sims can fly around the city in them and stuff. I just thought that was quite a cool idea. I also made a shop where you can go and buy your cars from. So there is like a car sales room where you can get these futuristic flying cars. There is a police station, a little mini police station with cells. Kind of noodle bar, like stroke cafe area, and then also like a big food market that almost looks like it is shipping containers stacked on top of one another. And then I use various food stalls that came with City Living, the ones that are underneath just now, look, that you can see there. I use them everywhere, all up in there. And what else is there? And there's a club. There is a nightclub as well. Now I was going to make it into like a lap dancing bar, like a strippers bar. I don't know what you call them. I'm not of that environment. But I couldn't find a pole. How stupid is this? I couldn't find a pole that could have represented the bar that these exotic dancers dance around. Like I couldn't find one, and I was just like, we'll leave that idea and we'll just stick with a generic club instead. So yeah, you've got that in the lot too. Just trying to think if I've forgotten anything. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. So yeah, it's really cool. Came together really well. As always, as I said, this will be on the gallery, but just please make sure to check your CC enabled, blah, 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 to yeah, get the build. But look at these windows. They're so incredible. Mutsk is easily my favorite window creator for The Sims 4. I just love modern-esque windows. I love futuristic-looking windows, and the ones that we've got in game that are supposed to be modern are just the frames on them are too thick. It just looks a bit wrong. It just looks all a bit wrong. Now you can see what I did at the front of this Android kind of headquarters place. I put these doors on the front of them, and they are from the Get Famous pack. You can't open them or anything. They're just there for show. But I just really loved the aesthetic of what this kind of came through. And then I arched some roofs over the top of it, which I made glass, and it just popped this skyscraper to life and made them stand out a lot more. Now with these, I've kind of done this as like a almost like a subway, a futuristic subway. So I put these on top of the platforms that came with Get Famous. And then I put a few of the smaller ones and float the beds around to make it look like these cars are like hovering through the cityscape. And I just love it. I just think it's so cute. There's just something about this build that just I absolutely adore doing. And I think it's just because I'm in that kind of futuristic aesthetic at the minute, and I am here for it. Anyway, this is the kind of food market area. So I just got this basic shape together of, like different kind of cubes on top of each other and stuff, just to give it that aesthetic. I wanted it to kind of have a semi kind of Blade Runner feel to it, this build. It's hard to try and recreate that in The Sims 4. I'd be interested to try and do that in maybe like Minecraft or something, or I'd love to play around with the aesthetic a bit more in other building games, just to see what I can come up with. So I'm really, really excited about doing that. But yeah, and as I said, these are all stacked on top of each other. So there are different food stores at various different heights. And then right on top here, I don't think I'd go ahead and use these like glowing fences. And I put loads of seating areas up there. So your Sims can grab some food and then go all the way upstairs and look out over the city skyline, which I really like. I think it's really cool. And it came together really nicely as well. I'm just going to move my seat, guys. Just let me know what you think of this, because I had so much fun playing with it. I really did. I hope you guys, it just seems like a long time ago now, but I hope you guys had a lovely Christmas or whatever you celebrate, and a good new year. And excuse me for this being my first video back after Christmas, but I did have a break from everything to do with The Sims. At Christmas, I didn't do any streaming, or I had a lovely few weeks off of streaming, and it was great. It helped me recharge my batteries, get plans made for what I want to do this year and stuff. And I just want to progress further and concentrate on my YouTube channel, and also just advance in my streaming capabilities. I'm not sure what that means, but we're going to go with it. Okay. But you can see what I'm using these lights. My favorite wall light from Spa Day. They're my favorite wall light in the game, and they just give this, I don't know, this really futuristic look to the builds when you actually put them in this formation. It's almost like Morse code, like the pattern that I went for, and I kind of replicated that throughout the city, just to, I don't know, make the city kind of fit together a little bit better and make it a bit more cohesive. But yeah, player tested this whole lot as well, so everything should work perfectly. Might be a few little areas where I might need tweaking and whatnot from Sims to get to and stuff, but from what I spent a good 20 minutes just getting my Sims to walk everywhere and touch everything and whatnot, and it seems to be working just fine. So I hope your Sims have fun. I really do. I downloaded a kind of family of aliens into this build, and they fit the world perfectly. And in my head, these aliens were in fact androids. But yeah, that's me with my imagination once again. Now this area here is the nightclub. So it's quite a very slim shape on the inside. Like, it's quite hard to sort of place what I wanted in there, but I got away with it. I actually put a DJ booth, a bar area, and the toilets in this separate kind of unit on the side here, the ones where and the entrance is kind of halfway through and in the middle. I just loved it. I loved doing that. I loved actually using my brain a bit and just trying to think of like some different shapes I could get with this small footprint, because the green areas are where all the builds are going to go. And it was cool. It was cool thinking of how this would work as a a working city, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. I didn't record me building the red building that you can see right now. That there is the cafe, but I'm sure you will see that in the speed build that will come towards the end of this video. So don't fret, pet. This is the car park that's going in now. So as I said, I wanted to create this futuristic kind of flying car park. Well, the car park's not flying, but the cars are supposed to be. So I did all these columns and put these flying cars on top of them and stuff, and I had so much fun. It's so much fun when you can just let your imagination run wild in The Sims 4. And yes, you are limited with lots of stuff, but there are workarounds to things, and yeah, it's not really a usable area again, but I still absolutely enjoyed doing it. I really did. But yeah, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something and I cannot remember. That's what I was going to say. I would love to have a little chat with you guys in the comments about your top games of 2018. I want everybody's top 5 games of 2018. I did this list in my Discord, and I'm so interested in hearing other people's point of view. I can tell you my top 5 games of 2018, but I think that the list might change a little bit because I have just started Spider-Man on the PS4, and it is amazing. It is so good. But anyway, my top 5. Number 5 was Life is Strange 2. Loved it. Can't wait for the next one. Number 4 is the Shadow of the Colossus remaster, which was an incredible game. I absolutely loved that too. Number 3 was Red Dead Redemption. I still haven't finished it, and I am looking at starting that on the stream as well. Number 2 was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I just thought that game was gorgeous, and I think it has saved the Assassin's Creed franchise. I just think it's a really well done game, and I'm looking forward to completing it. And my number 1 was God of War. God of War was just perfection in my eyes, and I loved it. But yeah, guys, let me know your top 5 games of 2018 in the comment box below, because I would love to geek out and discuss games and stuff with you. But yeah, you can see I'm going around putting these lights now in the parking area, and I actually do the shop here where I'm building now. I actually make this into the pod shop, we can call it. So that's what they're called. They're called pods. I'm going to say that. And it was pretty small on the inside, so I actually could only fit 2 or 3 cars in it. And a lot of the styling with these builds are very minimal. I didn't go too far on designing too much on the insides and stuff, because this lot was already a little bit full, and it was a little bit laggy because of the detail that I was putting in. But I don't know, it felt alive. Is that a really cheesy thing to say? I love when a build can feel alive. It can feel like it is an actual... Do you know what I mean? Am I sounding silly? But that's that. We're going to go with that. And of course, using glass walls and glass ceilings. Now, this is another window from Mutsk. It is a modular window. So you go and put in the corners, and then you can... It's got a middle piece that you can then connect to the glass, and it just makes a whole glass wall. They are absolutely stunning, and I'm very baffled as to why that kind of thing is not in the game yet. I would like it very soon. Please, Sims team, if you were listening, help me out and get something like that in the game, because I would love it. Anyway, this is the botanical kind of bar area now that we're going to be building. I wanted to go a bit crazy with the roof line with this one. So you can see I'm kind of pulling the roofs up on the side. These actually get made into glass, and then I put trees and stuff on the inside of them. And it just looks so cool because I make this whole little build black, and it just sits really lovely with the green from the plants and stuff, and I absolutely love it. Love it. But yeah, let me know what you think. I've said that about 5 times, haven't I? God, I'm failing today. This is in fact the second time I had to do this voiceover. There's no point going in to explain what I was doing. I was trying to record it and it was just failing. We'll leave it as that. And so this is me a little bit worn out from speaking, and I'm making mistakes and whatever I've got to say. Fail indeed. But yeah, you can see what I've done. I kind of curved the 2 roofs around, and they almost look like they're holding like the build into place, and I just loved it. I really loved creating this lot. The shape does change a little bit from the recording to the finished product, because what I actually do is put in a staircase on the side and stuff and change the layout a little bit downstairs, but primarily it all stays the same. Now, what I was doing to get rid of the wall on these bits here is that I was actually using door frames and then using the 9 key to move them up, and it just allows light to pass through and allows people, your Sims, to see outside, because we don't get medium height like arches. I don't understand why we haven't got a square medium height arch yet in the game. It's just one of those things that it's just so important, and yet things like that constantly get overlooked in this game. I don't understand it. As a builder, that is so important, and it just gets overlooked. But let's hope that it all gets better when The Sims 5 comes out. What would you guys like to see in The Sims 5? What would you guys like to see in The Sims 5? I think I would love to see more realistic graphics. I mean, I love the graphics in The Sims 4, but I would love to see some more realistic graphics put into Sims 5. I really would. Just to kind of get a bit of difference between The Sims 4 and The Sims 5. I think it could be really interesting. But yeah, guys, let me know what you would love to see in The Sims 5. Anyway, this is the Android shop. So you can see I've already got the mannequins out, and then I use these water tanks that came with Get to Work. And what these water tanks replicate are kind of the little pods that your androids charge up in or something. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it. And what I do in gameplay is actually put some of the alien all-in-one like bodysuits on them. So when you download this lot, they will be actually on the lot, depending if not you've got the Get to Work mod or not. And again, with all my builds, I've probably used every pack in this build. So hopefully, if you haven't got all of them and you download it, it still looks semi-okay. And anyway, this is inside to the botanical bar area. So you can see what I've done with all of the flooring and stuff. I used the new one from Get Famous. I always have trouble with that expansion name, and I don't know why, because it's literally like all the rest of them, or most of them. And with the windows kind of like out sort of inserts, I fill them with greenery, and it was a bit of a hard time to try and get the plants and stuff in here because of the angle that the window kind of came in on. It didn't allow me to make any mistakes, we could say. No mistakes, but it's cool, and it's really cool in gameplay as well. Now, I'm unsure how much of this I actually recorded. I did show a bit of the bar and everything getting put in, and I just love the dark aesthetic in here. I think it looks pretty cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Happy New Year once again. Here's to 2019 and getting back into YouTube. And I will see you all in my next speed build sometime next week. Goodbye, everyone.